Hello, everyone. Welcome to Secrets of Saltmarsh, a Ghosts of Saltmarsh Patreon Greyhawk campaign. Shout out to all of our Patreons. Because of them, all of the one-shots, two-shots, three-shots, and everything that we do here on this channel is possible. If you're interested in what you can get for being a Patreon, you can check it out by the link that is going to be in chat. We also have a YouTube. You can find all of the previous episodes of this campaign and our other campaigns over at Stelluna TV on YouTube. If you would like to interact with the game, there's a couple of different ways you can do so. Hanging out, shit posting, theory crafting, all the fun stuff in chat, and also lurking as well, will grant you points that you can convert into a blessing or an advantage die, a reroll to the player of your choice. Or if you'd like to interact with the game with a element of fate, every $10 guarantees a draw from the deck of many things, the player of your choice. Okay, let's jump right into it. Please tell me who you are, where we can find you, and who you're playing today. And we'll start off with Igneal.
Hello, everybody. My name is Igneal Blazeheart. You may find me on Blue Sky at Igneal Blazeheart. You can also find me here on the Stelluna channel every Tuesday and Wednesday in the Humblewood and Ghosts of Secrets of Saltmarsh campaigns. Today I'll be playing Astra Deidra, a Shadar-Kai noble cleric, who is currently has a certain gentleman rolled up in a carpet.
Yes. Yup. We'll get to that in just a minute. We'll pop on over to GodfatherWraith.
Hey, I'm Godfather. GodfatherWraith _ESG. You can just call me Godfather, Wraith, Tim, or pretty much anything you want except like for dinner. So I play Garen. He is a average, ordinary, everyday rogue who's really good at making things dead, which is still your average, ordinary, everyday rogue. Yeah, I guess that's all I got for now.
Excellent. Thank you very much. We'll pop on over to Indicarus.
Hello, I'm John, also known as Indicarus on the internet, and you can find me in pretty much any social media under that name, including the Discord channel. I play Pole of Amonfort in this game, who is a former street waif who became a warlock with a patron of Keyword, hero god from the world of Greyhawk, who is against violence and into music. So Pole is also both of those things, and he makes a lot of friends wherever he goes, sometimes with animals, sometimes with sprites, sometimes with spirits that are trapped inside a lantern. Who knows what? We'll find out next time we meet something cute and weird.
Thank you very much. And then we've got Zombie.
Hello, I'm Jacob. I'm Zombie AMZ, or your name is to call me. I'm the lore keeper and Captain Z of the Good Ship Clip. I probably do too many clips, so that's up to your own discretion. Today, I play Finn Coulson, Ranger Researcher, and I seem to have stumbled upon two very friendly apparitions, I guess. Kitty people, something. We found something, because I decided to go investigate. And I'm sure they're friendly, and they're not here to hurt us at all, and I totally didn't roll a 1 on initiative order before last time ended. Who knows? So we're going to see how kind of fun this is going to be. You can find me on Twitter or on Blue Sky at ZombieFighter89. If you go there, there's a pinned notification in there, a pinned post. In that is a link to a Google Doc sheet. It's all the work that I've done. I am a video editor by trade. So if anyone is interested in any cool stuff, effects and noises, stuff like that, I can do most any videos. TTRPG D&Ds have really been really fun for me, so those are ones I enjoy to do, but I'm open to do whatever you'd want for any video. So if you know anyone, or you yourself are looking for someone to edit your videos, I'm available to be hired.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Last time on Secrets of Saltmarsh, we went to this guy's house, one of the Styes council members by the name of Rashlin. We were invited to his manor earlier in the day, and we missed the window. We came to the estate and found that it was quite strange, and there were some unusual things to be discovered here. Coming upon a number of various monstrosities and aberrations, Pole made quick work of them by banishing them to the plane whence they were first come, and because of that, we have managed to explore the majority of the manor. However, you were met with the blades of Lord Rashlin, and you quickly felled him into a rug and unconsciously. But continuing your exploration, you came across some strange creatures. Now you get to deal with them quite intimately, as I start the combat music. Garen, can you please roll initiative for me?
I suppose.
As you definitely have been here the whole time. All right. Cole, you are up first. You are rooting around in, I think, these baskets down here. What are you doing out in this enclosed courtyard?
Oh, I was just looking to see if there was anything in those barrels, but now things have gotten a little bit different. So I was going to pay more attention to the big, scary kitty things.
Okay, yes, you are about to explore what is inside of these baskets and barrels here, and you whip around to see not only is that small polymorphed creature, which has been turned into a kitten, is hanging off of Finn, you see the shadows behind him beginning to shift, and these much larger hulking creatures with these monstrous faces beginning to prowl out, whip-like appendages snapping in the air behind them. What would you like to do?
Pole is going to cast Blade Ward and step up over here so this one doesn't get to attack Finn a whole bunch.
Okay. What does your blade ward look like? What do you say as you begin to step up?
He says, "Protect me, Heward," and the Heward's handy haversack that he carries opens up, and a whole bunch of kind of glowing floating lights pull out of it and surround him, and will knock any attack out of the way before it hits him.
I love that. I almost accidentally started every combat song all at once. Oops.
After
This is the final boss, everybody.
Ella was so excited she tried to start all the music at once.
Oh no.
I'd
is
like
it
to think that
working?
there's different moods for different fights, so it's all of the moods at the same time. It's like happy and sad and joyful and scared and freaked out and oh my god.
I thought I hit the shuffle button, but instead it was starting to play all the music
Oh.
all at once.
Not shuffle, not the play all button.
So next are up the displacer beast. You see this polymorphed creature hanging off of Finn begins to scurry away, running and huddling over here off to the side. However, the other creatures do not tarry, do not shy away. As you see Pole step up over your shoulder, Finn, this displacer beast that's in front of him will whoosh, whoosh, whip out its two tentacles. It has a multi-attack, and it's going to try to strike you. 1, 2. Does a 22 hit you?
The 11 misses, but the 22 hits.
Sorry, this is to Pole.
Oh, sorry. He's up.
Does a 22 hit Pole?
You're muted. You're muted.
Sorry, yeah, same deal. The 22 will hit, but the 11 won't.
Okay. So you take 7 bludgeoning, 3 piercing. With your blade ward, it is going to be reduced to half. So that's going to be a total of 3 bludgeoning and 1 piercing. So 4 damage total. as this large pad with barbs on it just whoosh, tries to hit you and slap you, but it gets buffeted by your magic and recoils. Seems your effects of Heward are quite quite effective here. As
Thank you, Hugh.
yes, the other one does though prowl forward and try to hit you, Finn. 10 and 8, they both miss as it just smacking the dirt beside you. You see clumps of grass and soil go flying all around you here. Astra, it is your turn.
All right. One second. I'm trying to switch tabs on the rolls for me.
You're so good. Please take your time. Just so everyone's aware, Igneal is so graciously joining us from a remote location. So thank you so much for coming with us. Unfortunately, has to use the single monitor laptop setup. So please bear with us.
Yes, thank you for having
You are
me.
a rock
Thank you
star.
for your patience. All right, perfect. There we go. I had to refresh rolls one real quick.
So Astra, you're
ice.
in this greenhouse. You can see that it is quite fogged up with the difference of the humidity in this enclosure and outside. You can very visibly see that there's something going on out there though.
As I grab and hold onto my holy symbol, I begin to run outside. 5, 10, 15, 20. I see my friends getting attacked by these beasts. So I keep going. All the way here in front of this beast.
Mm-hmm.
And as I look at it, my shadow begins to expand and split into 3 as they cast the Spirit Guardians.
Okay. Your shadows splinter. What is the radius again?
15 feet.
Okay, there you go. Representative of that. So that will affect both of them. Is that just at the start of their turn, or?
Yes.
Okay.
If the first time they enter or the beginning of their turn.
Okay.
They have to make a Wisdom DC 19 or take 3d8 radiant damage.
Okay,
Or necrotic, I'm
excellent.
sorry.
For the end of your turn, I want to say thank you so much to Endicarus for the card to Asra. Please tell me when to stop.
Alright. Let's stop right now.
Okay. Ooh, not good.
Oof.
I'm gonna go ahead and do the other cards while we're here. Next, we have Finn.
What?
I promise it'll be a good card.
I don't know about that. Like, when you drew Garen's card last time, it was good. And then all of us drew our cards, and I don't remember that being so good.
It's fine. It's gonna be good.
I'm also going to repeat the same words I heard and stop right now.
Okay, see, that was a good card. I told you. Yeah, I got you. And
Hell yeah.
last, we have Garen.
Oh, I don't know about this. Maybe let's go with stop.
Ooh, okay. See? Coming in clutch. We have. Thank you so much, Endicarus, for the cards to our players. None of these are gonna help you right now.
But they won't make things worse? Then we'll take...
Yeah.
I mean, never mind. Never...
Giving me ideas here.
No.
Next
So
in
I don't mind. You can throw like 3 more of these cats.
3 more
No.
show ups.
Next in the turn order is Garen. Garen, you see that Astra begins to book it. Coming out of the enclosure, you see these fogged up, thick condensation on the glass here. What do you want to do?
All right, Garen is going to step out here, and he sees Asra is helping Finn, so Garen's going to give Pole some cover and fire at the large beast over here by him. And where's
Okay.
my character sheet at? He's going to fire.
All right. The armor
14.
class for these creatures is 13, so that is going to potentially be a hit. They do have, however, displacement.
Oh, I forgot about
They have, you see, as you're trying to focus in pulling back on your string here, I don't know why it makes a squelching sound, but it does at this point. You're pointing your arrow at it, and you can see that the edges of this creature are blurry. It's kind of difficult to pinpoint where exactly its center mass is. These are going to be rolled at disadvantage, but 14 does hit. And
Yeah.
that is a
I'm
lot
gonna
of
use-
damage.
I'm going to use Piercer to re-roll that one.
Okay.
So that's 16 plus 12, that's 28 damage.
Excellent. God, that's so much damage. All right. With this, you hone in with your attack here, and your arrow flies true. It smacks into the shoulder of this strange, shadowy beast, and you see that sort of vibrating, that sort of feathering of its features begins to diminish, and it is much more clear as you essentially disrupt the displacement.
Mm.
Anything else for you?
Well, there's nowhere for Garen to hide, so nope, we're done.
Okay. Finn Carson, it is your turn.
Oh boy. I honestly was expecting to get hit more than I did, and the fact that I rolled a 1. All right. So,
Do I have any
they took the
natural
fight to me.
20s?
No, you don't. No.
Dude, I have one. Save it
no.
for a good time.
When I'm finally getting good at what I'm doing, you're like, no, no, go down.
I must give the people what they want.
Yeah, so I have to fall every session. I'm gonna use my warhammer at the one that tried to attack me, the one that's like right near me.
Okay. As you're rearing up to attack, when you bring it down, you find that this one in front of you also has that strange effect to it. But a 14 is a hit.
Yay!
Why does it do that?
I don't know. I can't click on it. It won't let me
Why
click
do
on it.
you- Hold on.
I pulled it. I did the thing where I brought it from the pendulum over, and then I set it.
I just opened up your character sheet. Dwayne, two-handed, R.I.P.
Yeah. He's never leaving. He's never leaving. I can't use him, but
Oh,
he's never
I see.
leaving.
I see what it is. Okay, the D8 is, so this is a versatile weapon. D8's if you're doing it two-handed.
Oh.
Hold on. This doesn't seem right. Warhammer. It's okay. I got you.
Okay.
I'm here to help. It is versatile. Okay. All right, so this is incorrect here. Boom. Okay, I fixed it. All right, so when you attack, if the music paused, you might have to refresh. Okay, when you attack here, do you use two hands and swing with it, or do you want to just do the one?
Let's just go ahead and just do the two hands, because I guess I'm trying to get used to the weapon. I just got it, or I haven't really used it much, so I'm gonna say two hands.
Okay. You rolled max damage, so that is going to be a 10 plus 2 plus 4, so that's going to be 16 damage as you manage to swing it despite the displacement here. Boom. All right. It makes an unearthly wailing cry. It's like the equivalent of nails on glass as it reels from the attack here. Anything else for you? Oh, you have another attack.
I do have another attack. What I want to do though, if I can,
Huh?
is I'd like to move. Oh, I can't do that because I have the wrong thing clicked on. Okay, so I'd like to move here.
Yep.
And because I don't think it specifies I have to use it on my first turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to use Hordebreaker.
Okay, yeah, you can absolutely use Hordebreaker. All right, so when you make a weapon attack, you can make another attack with the same weapon. Okay, so go ahead and roll your damage. Another attack is
The Warhammer.
yeah, so roll another attack. Oof, 21's gonna
Ooh.
hit. Okay,
Hell
so that's
yeah.
gonna be. Wait, why did it add? Oh, no, I have to fix it. It's not completely fixed yet. It's okay. Okay.
No.
I'm
For
here-
context, I just had we had a joke about me being all tech supporty before stream, and then this.
Interesting. All right, I think I fixed it. Okay. So that's going to be a total of 13 damage going off of the D10 there. As you swing at the one in front of Pole, there's a meaty thunk as you contact. So that's off of your first attack, so you do have one more attack.
Okay, and then I'm gonna, with the same momentum, I'm gonna hit the one that I originally hit before.
One to your left. Oh my god. What the
I like
heck?
this Warhammer. I like this Warhammer.
That is wild.
For chat, I rolled a 21 and then I rolled a 29 on this hit.
Oh my
So-
god. Okay, yes. New weapon, new fin. Absolutely.
Newfin.
Alright, you do
Let's
12
go.
more damage to the one in front of you. You all see that with this weapon in Finn's hands, he moves with all the confidence and grace of someone who has found an extension of themselves. Finn, it is almost like breathing here as you're swinging this weapon around. You just hear as you make contact all 3 times. Anything else for you?
Let's. Which one is? Which one can I visibly see has taken the least amount of damage?
The original one. The one that
The original
Garen
one?
hit is bleeding profusely.
Okay, so the one that has the least amount, I'm gonna throw my as a bonus action for next time, I guess. I'm gonna throw my Hunter's Mark.
Okay. Pocket glitter, go.
Pocket glitter in the face.
All right, Bull, it is your turn.
Unfortunately, I forgot something. When I got hit, I need to make a Constitution save to keep my
Ooh.
polymorph spell going. So I'm gonna roll that now.
Okay.
See how it goes. It's okay.
16, you're
The
good.
kitty is still a kitty, and not a
Meow.
scary, scary big kitty.
Nope.
So yeah, bearing that in mind, I think Pole is going to move away from the combat
Okay.
carefully so that he doesn't get hit anymore and bring a third thing into the battle. So he's just going to go over here, stand by the little kitty, and maybe try and pick it up.
Okay. Did you want to disengage here so that you don't
Yeah,
get...
disengage.
Okay. Yeah, you duck down as these tentacles go flying overhead, and with a free action, you get to pick up the kitty.
All right. There you go.
You.
Isn't that nice? We'll watch the battle together.
It is the Displacer's Beast's turn. You're gonna see this one is like, let's see, is it gonna go up? It is gonna move up. You see that it, oh wait, I have to roll the things.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom saves. All right, I'm gonna roll the top one first, and then the second one. It rolled an 8 and a 17. Your DC is 15, so the first one fails.
19.
19, they both fail.
Yep. Roll 20 doesn't do correct in the bottom box right there.
Gotcha. Okay, so they both fail. So go ahead and please roll damage for me.
Oh, already did 12.
12. Okay, they both take 12 damage as your shadows triple combo
They just dance around them,
Yeah, I love it.
stabbing, shooting, smashing.
This one does move down, and it is going to try to hit you, Astra, as it 1 tentacle, 2 tentacle, a 23 and a 22.
I both hit.
Okay. You take 18 bludgeoning and 4 piercing damage as these many tentacles, just in a flurry, begin to slam into you. You hear scraping as the barbs rake down the sides of your armor. Is a pretty grievous blow there. And the other one here is going to try to hit
Let's
Finn.
see.
A dirty 20 and a 23.
Yep.
Wow, those are great constitution saves, Astra. The
Right,
26
60
and 21. Okay. Finn, you take 18 bludgeoning and 8 piercing damage as almost at exact same time you see that the displacer beast hits you. So that's going to be a total of 18, 19, 20, 21, 26 damage total to you.
26. Oh boy.
Astra, it is your turn. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna roll an intimidation check from the kitten at disadvantage. Rolls a 6. All wriggling around in your grip ineffectually, this little polymorphed baby kitten tries to claw at you, tries to bite at you, but it's just like flailing in the air here. So it rolls a 6 to intimidate you, which I will presumably consider as a failure.
Oh, I'll pull it closer.
Sorry, now it's your turn, Astra.
Just finished adjusting my HP. I still have some temporary. Okay, so which one is the most injured? Is it the left one?
The most injured is going to be the one next to you.
To the right? That's the
Yes.
one that hit me, right?
Yes.
I turn around and look at it and stare at its eyes, and an illusory shadowed bell forms into my hand that I begin to ring.
Mm-hmm.
And as looking at it, I say, "Where I come from, we put down the rabid beast." As it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
5.
That's a fail, and because it's a cantrip, I also get divine blessing. So it will take 2d12 plus 1d8.
Wow, that is so much damage. For a
Because it's
cantrip?
injured. Yeah. The told that it does d12s if they're injured, d8s if they're full.
Oh,
That's-
wow.
That's intense.
20 did more than my spirit guard.
That's a cantrip, by the way. What the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit. If they succeed, they take no damage, but if they
Yeah.
fail, they take very big damage.
All right, you see a wailing cry explode out of this creature as it turns its hateful eyes onto you. Anything else for you?
Yes, I am going to bonus action. Teleport next over here, so they're still both in the.
Okay.
You just see me just melt into my shadow and form back up, and my figure is still shadowy.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, as I use my feature, the Blessing of the Raven Queen, I have resistance to all damage until the beginning of my next turn.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And I
wow.
need to-
Okay, very good. Garen, it is your turn.
All right. So Garen's going to take another shot at the displacer beast in front of him.
Okay, it looks very wounded.
And did you say the displacement is dispelled, or is that still active on it?
It's not active.
Okay, good, because Garen's not moving. That means he has advantage against it.
Okay, sounds good. Ooh,
Oh,
tell me
Like
what this
he
looks
needed it.
like.
oh God.
It only had 10
So-
HP. It's super dead.
Wow. Yeah. So as Azra, um, melds out of the shadow in front of him, Garen just kind of looks just to the side and fires at the beast as it, turns its head to look at where Azra is now, and the arrow just hits it right square in the eye.
It crumples to the ground as it takes this blow, and you see, very curiously, it sort of warbles and warbles, and then it vanishes.
Alright, well, that's Garen's turn.
Okay. Finn, it is your turn.
Okay. Let's. Well, I guess I may as well just go ahead and hit the thing that's right next.
Okay. Your pocket glitter is shimmering all over it. Okay, so that is going to be 18 damage as you
Yay.
bonk it for 24 and do 18 damage.
Mm-hmm. Kaboom.
All right.
Um.
Another one?
Yeah, I'm gonna do another one. Trying to knock this thing down. Wah!
Wow, that is a crit.
A crit.
Oh my god. Okay, so
Well, I mean, I don't think the extra 2 for my
Wow.
just mark means anything at the moment, but
okay, that's going to be a total 16 damage. Unfortunately, you didn't roll. Hold on, there's something wrong here.
no.
No, it's supposed to be more than that. So you
Too
get
many
plus
high rolls.
6.
Yeah.
6. 7 plus 6, 13, 20, 26, 27, 28. Oh, you actually do 28 damage here. What does this look like?
So, kind of going off of what you kind of said earlier about Finn kind of feeling himself with this weapon, right? He hasn't really used this Warhammer much. And, he's had it for a little bit, because player Jacob kept forgetting he had it. So, he's like, you know what, I'm gonna try it against these beasts, and see what we can do. And as he's like hitting them both, he's like, man, this feels really good. This feels awesome. This kind of feels what I would, want to, would like to have. And as I'm feeling it, I'm getting more and more confident. And I think with the confidence comes a bit more of a accurate shot than I would with my, my great club.
Mhm.
So I'm getting this confidence with this new great weapon, and I finally just, after whacking it, I think I whack it in the gut, and then I whack it on the side of the head, and it just kind of crumbles to the ground after that, and it kind of like still's there, knocked out. I look over and make sure it's still alive and whatever, but it's like knocked out, and I'm like looking at it like, huh?
You see, as you
like
hit it, like the other one, it begins to warble and then it disappears.
Oh, well. Goodbye to you too, I suppose.
And with that, there is an eerie sense in the air. My music stops working for some reason. That one? I'll refresh. Okay. So there is an eerie sense in the air here as Pole, you're holding this creature.
You're right.
It slides out of your grip and it begins to run. And as it runs, it melts away into the shadows. It's gone.
Well, that's interesting.
Oh, great job. Why don't we see what else is around here before the fella gets back? Go back to looking in the barrels.
Okay, let me get a perception check from you. As you do that, These barrels that you're looking through, they are made out of a curious quality. There's something kind of like a hybrid between clay and some kind of wood. They are a sturdy material that appear to be waterproof. They have these strange lids on them that are sort of patterned down with twine. It looks like you'll probably have to cut the twine if you want to get a closer look at him.
All right, I can cut twine like anyone.
Okay. With that 20, you cut it open and you open the lids. And you can see inside that there is this sort of viscous, murky fluid. From as far as you can tell, it might be something kind of brown, black.
Oh, molasses.
Almost as if something is underneath the surface. There's a bubble that comes and rises up, disturbed by your jostling of it and cutting it open.
All right. Well, I'm curious. I'll take out what have I got here to poke down into murk with? I got a quarterstaff. I pull the quarterstaff out of the haversack and poke it into the murk.
As you poke down
Give it a
into
little
it,
bit of a stir.
yeah, as you're displacing and moving whatever's around in there, you get the sense that whatever it is, it's made out of metal, and you can hear it scraping along the edges of the, essentially kind of like an urn. And it feels like it's a very thick metal disc. It's going to be really difficult to lever it up. It looks like you're going to have to reach inside to get it somehow.
All right. Well, I'm not afraid to put my arm in there, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay. It's
Roll up my sleeve.
disgusting. As you reach in there, it's sludgy, it's sticky, it smells foul. You retch up what appears to be a very large coin. It's the size of your palm, and it has this sort of strange star-like cutout in the middle. As you try to like rub the substance off of it, you see that it's made out of pure copper.
Oh. It's like a giant penny.
It's like a
Hey, penny
giant
sprinkle,
penny.
come check this out.
It's stinky.
It is. We could probably wash it off or something.
Well, you have drawn a gem card. This
Ooh.
copper penny coin that you have will be worth 500 gold.
Nice.
It is heavy and
That's what I like.
unwieldy. It stinks. So you go about trying to make it as manageable as possible here. What is everyone else doing?
I immediately go back to the carpet fella and make sure he's still there.
Okay.
I think Garen will take a look around the area, see if there's anything of value or of interest.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me either perception or investigation.
Perception is his better one, so 28 on both.
Okay, with this 28 perception, I'll say that you don't really find anything else interesting out here other than some telltale signs of what must have been going on before you arrived. From the indentations in the grass here and some signs of habitual leaning and scratching, it looks like this must have been a habitat for these creatures for some time. From the way that there's a pattern of grass baldness on the ground here, it's quite clear that they must make a regular resting ground of these specific spots. This is their favorite place to lay down. This entire enclosure, you get the sense that maybe this person might house monsters. These creatures were
Garen
quite
had picked up
clearly
on that.
comfortable.
I mean, we've fought monsters in pretty much every room. Garen had already picked up on that.
Confirms your suspicions.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
And they're always summoned things.
Yeah.
Things from elsewhere.
At least you collect the cute animals instead of the vicious ones, Bull.
Oh, Penny Sprinkle can be quite vicious.
I don't disagree, but she's unique.
You see Penny
He
Sprinkle
has-
just sort of whipping around her needle sword. Okay.
And Garen proceeds into the greenhouse with Azra.
Okay. As you head back over towards where you have left the Lord Rashlin, you find him in the room, still unconscious, wrapped in a rug, unable to move.
Good. I was hoping he would still be here. Usually they don't wake up that fast, but who knows what dark dealings this man has with his evil god, or maybe some powerful outsider. You've seen those things. Those things don't belong here. Those things
That's
are from the
true.
void between the stars.
I do agree. And I've also seen some people with a very thick skull wake up after a pretty hard hit quickly. So,
We should maybe get going and leave this place.
I
I'm
agree.
almost
Yeah, but
done
first, don't you want to see
getting
what's
these
in the
herbs.
tree?
Probably
Go
more
ahead.
leaves.
You want to go into the tree, look at the tree?
Yeah, climb the tree, see if there's anything up in the
Okay.
branches.
Okay, roll me either investigation or nature.
Alright. Investigation. Ooh, boo.
Ooh, that's a natural one. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Nine. Paul, you climb this tree and you hear a as the branch breaks and you fall dead on your ass. The branch falls down on you. You take 6 bludgeoning damage as this tree branch
Good
just
lord.
knocks the wind out of you.
Pull! And Finn will run over and like help move the branch or whatever. Are you okay?
I will say with this investigation, there's definitely nothing left in the tree if something was in the tree.
Alright. He'll eventually get himself up and dust off once his breath returns. Alright. I think we're done.
I think so too.
I'm almost done getting these poisons for Garen later. You can
Mhm.
maybe make him a potion.
Yeah, there are a number of poisons that we discovered here last session, and they are being prepared for you.
Right.
Okay,
That can be useful.
so as the group of you are preparing to leave, there are a few questions. Do you want to leave Lord Rashlin here? Do you want to leave anything behind? What's the plan?
Hmm.
Well, Paul wants to ask this Sil guy if he wants to come along.
Yeah, the one creature we
Nuts.
didn't murder, Hobo.
The little monkey we named Nuts. Can I get an animal handling check from you? Oh, presumably you're speaking in animal tongue,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so go ahead
Yeah.
and roll at advantage.
Alright.
Oh, you didn't need it. That's a
Ooh.
natural 20. All right, what do you say?
Hey, little guy, you want to come with us? We have a lot of fun. We've got our own ship. You don't have to stay trapped in here.
Ooh, ooh,
Roam around all you like. Climb in the rigging. Fly around.
ooh, ooh. He lands on your shoulder. I hate to say this, but I think we're adding a new friend to our list.
What? Another
course we
pet?
are.
Jeez, I am shocked.
What's... Can't remember. Did we get his name last time? I'll ask him.
We
if I
named
don't.
him Nut.
You named
Oh,
him
yeah,
Nuts.
Nuts.
You named him Nuts. He said he
All
didn't
right,
have a
come on, Nuts.
name.
Right.
God. I'm just imagining
He sounds
John
nuts.
hanging out with some people like at the local game store, and John's like, "Yeah, I'm in this long-term campaign. We just got a flying monkey. Its name is Nuts." They're gonna be like, "What kind
Yeah.
of fucking game are you playing?"
Honestly, if
every
they know
session is
Andy,
very
they're gonna
nasty
be like,
to say.
if they know Andy, they're probably gonna be like, yeah, we're not friends with you.
No, I
Yeah.
just knew.
Do weird shit a little bit.
Hey, I really want to get art at some point of Pole just in this like really like bum looking part of the ship, Tully's side of the room all fucked up, and then just a menagerie of creatures on your side.
Right.
So
That'd be
funny.
awesome.
All right. Yeah, so are you taking Rashlin with you?
Of course.
Hey. Right.
We're taking him to the brig for interrogations.
Yay.
Okay, so let me take y'all to map.
And I have a little something that might help us escort them easier.
Okay.
My where is it at? There it is. I used it last time.
Mislead. You become invisible at the same time, then an illusory double of you appears where you're standing. Okay. And how do you want to use this?
I want to grab our carpet friend over my shoulders, turn invisible with him, and start yeeting to the ship while I have an hour. And
Oh,
then
wow.
of being invisible.
Okay, I love that. All right, so on the map, y'all are currently over at number 8, which is way over here. You have to make your way back to the Sea Lily. There is no route directly on land to get back, so you will have to essentially rent a small rowboat or swim across. So
You're
Astra,
Uh,
you're renting a boat.
I can fly in
Are
1
you
minute
sure you don't want to
increments.
swim?
Is there any area that I can just fly over
You'll probably
in a few 1 minute increments?
Yeah, you can probably fly over like one of these areas here. So we see that you essentially have to make your way through the northern side of the skies, which there's a bit of this like chemical runoff that is just absolutely foul. As you're running between like the slums of the skies here, you're just assaulted by all these horrific smells. You again pass the warehouse owned by Mr. Dory, and you remember all of the strange things that you saw there. And you're running past the neighborhood where all of the orphans are hiding out. And let's get a stealth check from you. Let's do that at advantage. So that is what Astra's gonna do. What is everyone else going to do?
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
I think Penny can turn invisible and then fly back to the ship and get them to bring a rowboat out to get us.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Where do you want to wait
Or
while...
they could even potentially sail around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. If it's too shallow, then maybe they can't.
You do have a rowboat on the Sea Lily, and it probably would be a lot stealthier to do that. If you brought the ship around, you would have to basically pay redocking fees to dock again. So,
I can pay them in large change.
okay. So you have a choice here. Do you want to go for a more subtle approach, or do you want to bring the ship around?
Garen wants to do
I
the
think-
more subtle approach.
Finn wants to do the more
I
subtle
pay
approach.
docking fees.
Okay. Okay. All right. It will take about an hour for Penny Sprinkles to come back with the intended ship the intended boat here. Asra has just full on left y'all and taken this
Yeah.
unconscious person. Asra, as you're moving through the darkness, by now it is deeply into the dark hours of the day. You went to the Rashland Manor like late in the evening, and now it is pitch black dark outside. Go
Oh,
ahead
yeah, that's right.
and roll me perception, Asra.
Yes.
Okay, 28.
Nice.
You realize that you're being followed. We'll say that like before you jump fly across the water, you realize that someone is tailing you. They must have somehow picked up your presence. They must have felt you. Maybe they can see invisibility. You're not quite sure, but someone is definitely on your tail.
All right, I will fly into the sky, into the clouds, and then yeet towards the ship.
Okay. Very good. You make it to the sea lily. For everyone else, as you are making your way back to the ship. Go ahead.
Hold on. As we're waiting, it was mentioned we did ask the orphans and Constable Jude to keep watch while we were in there.
Mhm.
Did Garen happen to notice any of them to let them know we're out okay?
Yeah, absolutely. There would have been an orphan on standby. Don't see Constable Jute in the area, which kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the terrain
I
here.
doubt she would be anywhere near the place directly.
Yeah, but there's absolutely a kid, and you make eye contact, and they run off, presumably satisfied that you're all in one piece.
Right on.
Okay. It will be about 2 a.m. when you all reconvene onto the Sea Lily. Asra, you are there first. What do you do with Rashland? He's still very unconscious.
Take them to the brig, and let the rest of the ship know to keep an eye that somebody was following us for a bit. Keep an eye in case, in case anybody's messing around the ship, like on the shore,
Okay.
and be ready if we need to maybe leave with the ship and come back later or dock it later further away.
Okay.
In case somehow they're sending their all the guards or something.
Yeah. When the others arrive, it'll be probably about like 30 minutes after you do. There have been no guards. There has been no activity on the dock. So it's pretty unceremonious when Garen, Pole, and Finn, with brand new friend of Nuts, arrive to the ship.
You see Rashland tied, like overtied. He's got like his fingers are tied to each other. He's tied in the brig, or I guess in the underbelly area
Mhm.
by like a bunch like a pole, like one of the beams. His legs are tied. He basically this person should not be able to move at all. You've never seen so many bow ties on this person.
Yeah.
Well, Astra was getting anxiety while waiting for the party, so he just kept tying knots.
Astra, as you're looking over the edge of the ship here, waiting for the others to arrive, you're pretty sure whoever was following you knows that you made your way onto the Sea Lily, but you can't see them. You haven't been able to detect them at all. You have drawn a rogue card.
Hmm.
Someone is out there hunting for you now.
Oh my.
Yeah. Garen, Pole, Finn, Astra, you're all standing in front of a very tied up Ashlyn.
Oh. I think
Uh,
the other plan is on hold until tomorrow night then. It's a bit late and I don't think we should do it this late.
Hmm.
Probably.
Yes, I could use the long rest, but
So could I.
somebody's following me. Was following me. Be very careful.
Mm.
I
I'll have
couldn't see
the
them.
I'll have the crew keep an extra watch tonight.
Let me make sure they're not prowling against the ship. As I cast invisibility, and I have a 300-foot dark vision.
Okay.
Oh,
You look around in the dark and you can see that it has started raining. You peer into the surrounding darkness, and there's the occasional drunk that's trying to escape the coming storm, and they're wandering into some nearby hovel. You don't see anybody. You must have left.
Interesting. Seems we're fine for now, but we have a council member to interrogate, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe they didn't, It looks like maybe they didn't follow you enough to find out where our ship was, so maybe they just got lost and gave up.
I don't know.
That
Seems
sounds
like
real.
they were really onto me. Who knows? Maybe.
I mean, it probably is easier to find someone in the daylight than in the dark, unless they have specific ways of looking really well in the dark, like you do.
Maybe they might be invisible. Or
They
really
could
Maybe.
also be invisible. They could be waving at us right now, and we don't even know it.
I've been looking for invisible creatures right now, but I don't see them. Maybe they're very good at their job.
Like Garen.
Could it be people from your own realm? You know, from whatever the shadow thing.
Oh yeah, the Shadow Realm.
Last time I don't remember anybody trying to kill me, but that there are people who do not like me, very much so. For a variety of reasons, or my family. So you can very much be onto something, and if they're from that place, they're gonna be pretty stealthy.
Well, one can hope it isn't.
I hope not. I would hope that me walking in the middle of the sea would have, thrown off anybody that would be coming after me, but you never know when you guys pick
True.
me up.
Just sort of question that hangs in the air as you're waiting here on the ship. You still have to make the decision of what you want to do with Mr. Dory's warehouse. Right now, it is dark and it's raining. This is the perfect cover if you want to go investigate or to slide into somewhere unseen. In a couple of hours, the sun will begin to rise, and who knows what the landscape might be like.
Well, I'm all tapped out of spells, so I won't be able to help much if anything
Yeah,
happens.
and
We could
Those,
take a short rest. I could use a little patching, and then we could go in.
I mean, short rest help you too, Paul?
No, not really. I need a long rest.
Okay, well, good, great. I also need a long. There's a tentacle. Well, they got a good shot on me, and use the rest.
So then you have some other options where you could try to get a look at the warehouse during the day, or you could wait until tomorrow night.
Maybe tomorrow
Yeah.
night. That way we can still use
I
the
think-
night as an excuse, or as a cover.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's better wait till night.
Okay.
We're gonna want to sleep anyway. Plus, gotta do all our chores.
Don't remind him.
Solve in the deck and all that.
Well, if we
Paul is gonna-
get a rest, I can get the truth spell again.
There you go.
Paul's got to introduce the new member of the crew to everybody, so they don't
Crew.
think it's some random monkey that showed up.
Uh,
The monkey's back.
This is
okay.
nuts. Everybody, this is Nuts. This is Tully. This is Nuts. And he'll introduce everybody to Nuts.
Okay.
Totally
We're gonna
is
do
nuts.
Nuts
some
just wants to
rolls
sniff you.
here.
He's not going to bite nothing.
All
Don't bite him.
Unless you're nuts.
Don't bite them. Okay. Roll me an animal handling check at advantage. Where's the sea lily crew? There we are. Okay, 21. All right. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You see that Nuts is very considerate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Okay. Nuts does not seem to like KB. Is
Oh, no.
No.
indifferent
Aw.
towards Izzy, indifferent towards Simona, indifferent towards Fidelity, Tama, Tully, Malaya. Oh, your cook, the halfling cook, just happens to try to hug and squeeze Nuts, and it ends terribly, and Nuts does bite her, quite
Oh.
Oh
unfortunately.
dear.
Ragnhild, one of the dwarves on your crew, seems to take a liking. Agni, the quartermaster, takes a liking. Book, this very intense-looking human, seems to take a liking.
Edgelord.
Yeah, the edgelord loves them. Silas, who is one of the, like, kind of trickster, kind of joker vibes, loves them. And then Digby and Zarek both are kind of indifferent. So it ends up being kind of a mixed pool of emotions here as everyone's introduced.
Honestly, I
All right.
was hoping he Nuts would like Book, just because that seemed like the polar such an opposite thing. Like Book would seem like he wants nothing to do with it, and it would cause him to love him.
Yeah, Book is just kind of like turns away. Then later you see that, like, as everyone's like settling down for dinner, like a really really late dinner, that they're like nuzzling in the mess hall at some point.
Right.
Yeah. So a bit of a rough first day for Nuts, but
Yeah.
has a few fans already. Oh,
Make sure the cook gets a band-aid.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
wait. Forgot the most important one.
Oh, no.
Oh no, I rolled a natural 1.
Uh-oh.
Tully and Nuts
Oh,
enter a staring contest.
no.
I'm gonna roll for Tully first. Oh, natural
Oh, no.
20.
No.
Nuts rolled a 2.
No.
Let's turns away.
There's an intense moment as Tully and Nuts do a staring contest. Tully wins by a landslide, and he's just like, your face! And he's just taunting the shit out of this flying monkey.
That's
Nuts is not about that energy. Nuts ends up coming back to pole, hiding in your hat, hiding in your clothes. Not a great first day for the two of them.
Oh
Hey,
no.
take it easy, Tully. It's my new friend. You should be inviting to him.
Well, you gotta tease them early if they can get away with trying to be the top starer of the ship. I'm the champion. Nobody can beat me in a staring contest.
All right, ease into it, mate.
Okay. Yeah. All right, fine. I've got my eye on him.
All right, come on, let's get you some food. I know what he eats. Nuts, probably.
Later, when y'all go to your long rest, you'll see, like, Tully, like, he has his blanket pulled up to his nose, and he's just staring at the monkey in the dark. Just totally uncomfortable, unable to sleep that night. But for the rest of you, you have the effects of a long rest. You fill up your bellies, you have a good meal.
And
Well,
a bath.
and a bath. Pole, can you roll me animal handling at advantage here? Okay, a dirty 20. Over the, like, course of the next 8 hours, you seem to bond pretty well with Nuts. And you get the sense that Nuts is probably a bit more versatile of a companion than some of your other ones. Like, a telepathic lobster is cool and all, but it's really difficult to, like, actually do anything with them other than have a very pleasant conversation. Shern
I'm sure
has...
Paul does often.
Yeah, Shern actually has an
When Shern
intricate...
levels up, it's gonna be like melting minds.
Yeah, Shern loves talking about stars. And,
Oh,
like,
yeah, nice.
astronomy. Shern is actually really good at math, you come to discover.
Cool. I'll make sure Shern and I go up to the crow's nest sometimes. We can look at the stars and get out the astrolabe and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. But Nuts seems to be pretty decently obedient today. You, I imagine, have a great number of snacks on you to help influence this.
You bet.
Okay.
What does he like to do? Does he have any activities? Obviously, he can fly, so.
Yeah, he seems to be extremely inquisitive. You can tell that he's got a very curious personality. Keeps flying over to people. I'm putting his little tiny fingers in their ears and, like, trying to see if there's bugs and just kind of
All right.
pulls on
He's
hair.
He's gonna get taught to pickpocket.
I love it.
Oh,
I love it. Okay, so anytime you want to teach him, make sure you say that you want to do it as a downtime activity, and we'll get, like, a
Okay.
progress bar going.
Sweet.
But,
Garen will assist in that, although he's not that skilled at it. He can do it too.
okay, Garen, go ahead and roll me a slide of, we'll do a slide of hand check. It'll be a disadvantage because you can't speak monkey.
Right.
Nice.
Wow, okay, 23, okay. The effects of you trying to help teach Nuts how to pickpocket become very clearly apparent. That he's a quick study, and he's gonna try to steal something from you. 13. What is your passive
You
perception?
gotta beat Garen's
22.
spot. Yeah.
What's your passive? 22? Okay,
22.
you see this coming.
Yep.
He's trying to steal your crowbar.
Garen will actually let him
Okay.
feel an achievement. We're trying to encourage here.
Okay.
Hit you in the knee.
Okay, so for all intents and purposes, I guess I'm gonna have to start keeping. No, I'm gonna make Pole do this. Pole, I'm gonna make you a handout, and this is gonna be your flying monkey's inventory.
You get to do it. This is your monkey.
This is your monkey. I'm not doing this shit. Oh, hold on. Dickers.
I said
It's
no.
not gonna be very
This is what
different from
this is what
Tully. He's
happens.
got all sorts of shit.
Nuts' inventory. 1 item so far. Crowbar. There you go.
All right.
Love
Yeah,
that
Nuts
for
is
you.
probably gonna steal Tully's stuff, and Tully's gonna steal Nuts' stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Roommate war.
I love it. But yeah, we'll say during some window within those 8 hours that Rashlin does begin to come to. You see this gaunt elven man just sort of begin to sway in his restraints, and he looks up blearily. What is it that you want with me?
Never thought that far ahead.
Do all of you just, like, group huddle, you leave the room? You're like, oh, hold on, and we'll get back to you.
Yeah. Garen is literally just riding this one. He is keeping his mouth shut and just trying to look intimidating. He's actually okay at it.
But let's say we're after the one that's causing all this harshness and suffering and polluting the waters in this place.
I don't see what this has got to do with me. I keep to myself. Ugh. You can see that there's a number of bruises that are forming on his face, and he winces in pain.
Why don't you tell
It's
us about the
much.
other council members? You're a council member yourself. You must know them.
Of course I know them.
Well, give us the
What don't
dirt
we?
then.
Yeah, well, don't we start with the gifts you've been receiving from Mr. Dory?
Gifts? Ugh.
Or payments, I guess.
Anyone can hire me for my services. If you must know, though it is a private affair, I suppose I don't have much choice at the moment.
Ah, and let's make sure.
That's right.
Don't resist this one. Make sure we're all having a nice and truthful conversation here.
Zone of
As I cast
truth.
Zone of Truth.
Okay. As you cast Zone of Truth, he rolls his eyes. You get the sense that he knows exactly what this is, and he says, "It was business. I'm sure you've come across a number of my pets and the various creatures I've hunted. For the right
Very much so.
price, I make those things available to people. There's nothing wrong with that."
I think there's some people that would beg very much to differ with you messing around with those things that come from the void between the stars. Things that could bring madness and insanity to the average citizen of this town.
Well, I haven't gotten any complaints yet. He spits to the side. You see a little, like, loogie of blood sort of seeping down into the bilge. So what?
You've been here long enough. You've probably seen a lot of things change around here. I'm sure the water wasn't like this when you got here. You've seen it change.
Hmm.
Do you know who's doing it?
Probably Mr. Dory. Mr. Dory is got affairs and all sort of things that are extremely beyond me. I'm just a hunter.
But you can tell us what you do know anyway.
All right.
It'll go better for you.
I know that Mr. Dory is a private man. I know that there's something extremely fucked up with him. But he also has friends in high places, and he has enough friends around the styes to keep himself in power. I know that without Mr. Dory, business would hurt pretty much everyone has any to stand on.
Oh, really? And what do you know about his relations with the fish people?
Fish people. He looks
Those
thoughtful.
evil, white, tentacle-esque monsters that he has in his house?
Oh. I don't know anything about any fish people, but I do know that he has a taste for strange beasts. In fact, I supplied him with a manticore.
Oh man, is that what's been causing all the ruckus in the warehouse?
Probably.
It seems that there's more than one of those creatures. And I thought they sounded like dogs, but... Are you sure it's just a manticore or there's more things than that?
If there's more than one, it didn't come from me.
Mr. Dory, what do you know about his condition, so-called, that he needs to be in the water himself?
Well, I know just as much as anybody else. His condition requires him to be submerged in water regularly, which is why he rarely leaves his home. And if he does, he's quick to make his way back.
Have you not suspected anything more than to this? Of him maybe being some form of evil creature from either beyond the stars or under the water?
Well, when it comes to evil creatures, I am experienced enough to know that they dwell in all places. Doesn't matter if you're in the city, doesn't matter if you're in the middle of nowhere. Evil creatures take all sorts of shapes.
Well, maybe you can answer a question about a different matter. What if I tell you that the person you hanged, your council hanged, for being the Ghost Lantern killer, was innocent? And you knew it.
He squints his eyes a little bit and he says, I did not have a voice in deciding what happened to them. Isidori pulled strings.
And
So
what do
you
you
didn't
know
vote
of
in
all...
council.
There was no vote.
No discussion, no nothing.
Nothing I was
That's
invited
not
to.
justice.
So
There hasn't
could
been
it be?
justice in the skies for 100 years.
So could it be that? Could it be that, like, even if it was known by yourself and others that this man was innocent, did Mr. Dory just go, "Oh, you found someone. Just get rid of him. It's over." Like,
I will not even begin to pretend to know what Mr. Dory thinks.
But you'd never oppose him then.
yeah.
The whole council thing is a sham. You don't really make decisions. You just do what Dory
Is
says.
it?
You're just a cog in his machine.
Just another tool.
I like to think that if it ain't broke, you don't need to fix it.
Seems
Well,
pretty broke.
What can one
do you
person
know
do
what...
to a place like this?
Well, Mr. Dory is one person. Seems like he does quite a bit.
And none of it for anything but himself.
Mm-hmm.
Not even you. Unless you're useful to him.
I stay out of the way.
You could leave, though. You have enough power to get out of here. Why don't you? This works for you. You like it here.
I specifically came here to leave other things behind. I have a nice house. I have a steady paycheck. I have privacy. Not very many places in the world where you can afford those.
Any place where the powerful loaded over the weak. This isn't unique in that way.
You see in front of you a man that is indifferent to the struggles of the styes. Quite clearly, he's an opportunist. Quite clearly, he doesn't care.
Now, I'm sure you know more, and the way you've been speaking, I can quite tell you're familiar with the spell. If you dodging quite a few of our questions and being very vague. So, let's start with a little more being more forthcoming here. Why don't you tell us about all the different killers that Mr. Dory's been sending after these people? What have his issues been with them? Every time, different face. All amateurs.
With that, can I get an insight check from everyone? Ooh, that's such a good question. I like it. 18 from Garen. Natural 1 from Paul. Natural 1, but it's a 14 from Astra and a 16 from Finn. Okay. I'm going to say that Astra, you can tell from this line of thinking that he knows a lot about killing. That he has very many opinions about this topic. And specifically, his eyes have a sort of curious glint to them as you mention amateur killing. Ooh, you've struck a chord there. But it's a bit hard to read anything else with him. Garen, with the 18, I'm going to say that you recognize that this is a hunter. Just like you.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who might potentially have a militaristic background. You see that he's quite comfortable here in this. He's literally tied up, being interrogated in an unknown area with his fingers.
He doesn't seem scared.
Doesn't seem scared. So this isn't the first time that he's had to deal with something like this. Says, amateur is right. If I had a number of killers working underneath me, I would do it differently.
Paul's finding himself getting very angry and walks away. He doesn't want to be a part of this anymore.
So, why don't you tell us what you know about the reason he's been killing these people?
Like I said, I don't inject myself into the affairs of Mr. Dory.
You may not.
So you don't know any of. Let's be more specific. You don't know the reason why he killed had any of those people killed. Not even a single one out of 20 plus.
I suspect it has to do with his business.
And which one of the businesses?
That's a great question. He's in very many of them, isn't he?
Oh, we do know almost every single one of them here in this time.
And what are you doing talking to me?
Oh, Rashlon, I will say this. You and I were very similar. You may not be involved, but you're not ignorant. It would be unlikely for you to ignore anything that's going on. You know something.
Go ahead and roll me an insight check, Garen.
Hopefully it's another good one.
16. Okay. He doesn't have to say anything. Like, as you're saying this and you kind of make eye contact with him, there's kind of this moment where you both realize that maybe you're thinking the same thing. Where somehow you're able to just read it off of his face. The two of you are very similar. And if, for whatever reason, something happened to him, you get the sense that you would be able to fill the void of everything that he's involved in very well. You could probably take over. You also get an understanding of this is also a private man. This is also a man that is very good at what he does and probably very good at protecting it.
Mhm.
He knows where he fits in the hierarchy. He isn't challenging that. You know, men like this, they don't change. Some people are happy being number 2.
No. Fine. Keep your secrets. And Garen will leave as well.
There's a slow slide of his eyes as he looks to you, Astra. If you let me go now, I won't press charges. And you know by now that any semblance of justice is not processed the way it might be somewhere in Greyhawk.
Well, you're starting to get me to want to pass on the justice that we have in the land of shadow for people like you.
Is that so? Roll me
Very
an
much so.
intimidation check. I'll give you advantage because he's all tied up. He got
Guidance,
nothing on
guidance.
him. Okay, 16.
Against.
Okay, cool. Nice. His face is rigid. His composure doesn't change, but you do see a tightening of his jaw as he's watching you. He seems a bit like he's not confident.
As I pull my sword and look at it, see this, the kings on the side of this edge of this blade?
Yes.
237. 237 people I've had to execute and put down because they've become monsters or are about to become monsters and start preying on all the people of society in our land. Now tell me, are you a monster that wants to continue preying on the people of this land? Or do you wish to help us get rid of the head of the beast? Maybe make this place a little less chatty.
Roll me a persuasion check at advantage.
Guidance. As I'm holding my holy symbol.
You're like, guidance. Pushing it like it's a button on your chest. Hey, that's a 21. Go and roll your guidance. 22. Okay. Ooh, okay. He looks thoughtful. You can see that he considers his options before him. And if anything that he said up until this moment could be condensed into a single point, it is that it is clear that he'll do whatever it takes to survive. He's fought this hard for his privacy for so long. He's not gonna let it end it here in the belly of some boat that he's never been before. Fine. If it's my blade you need, you will have it. And after this, I don't want anything to do with you.
Well, let's start with you talking. Start telling us everything you know. Hey, Garen, Paul, Finn, Our guest here would like to
I'm the only
start
one left.
talking.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
basically have to stick your head outside the room because they all left.
And Garen actually didn't stop walking in the hall. He's up on top deck.
So we'll fast
Yeah,
forward a
Pole's
couple
also
of
far away.
hours. Yeah. We'll fast forward a couple of hours where Ashlyn has agreed to help you specifically in the case of dealing with Mr. Dory. He'll tell Ashra, and it's up to Ashra if they want to share the information, but we'll essentially say, like, literally, he's kept his nose out of Mr. Dory's business because it's kept him alive. He isn't the first council member. When he first got here, essentially, the person that he ended up replacing just asked too many questions. So when he ended up getting the position and didn't ask too many questions, that's why he's still alive now.
What about his involvement with his god in the Thieves Guild that we uncovered?
So you ask about
Yes.
Kurel? Okay.
The symbol.
He'll tell you that essentially when he was out on the road, he used to be an adventurer, essentially, that Kurel had his back. And he believes in it doesn't matter what people think about you. Essentially, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. And Kurel helped him. So yeah, sometimes he'll pray. Yeah, sometimes he'll wear a necklace or whatever. Sometimes he'll throw salt over his shoulder or whatever he read in a book about Kurel. But there's no churches here.
What does
So-
he know about the new churches?
About the churches, he says that it has to do with the taxes. They just get taxed out. And it's all Mr. Dory.
And then last question, DM. For a person like this, what would Celestian be fine if I just executed him for somebody who just preys on the travelers? Because these people essentially have condemned this town and basically made it a place where you cannot travel or travel from, like, which kind of stands against his domain.
That's fair.
And
You would know that Celestian is pretty hands-off. Like, he isn't really, like, a really involved guy. For the case that you're making, you could use that as, like, if you went to a Church of Celestian and you were like, yeah, I killed this guy because he was fucking up the sanctuary of travel. Like, they would be like, yeah, okay, that works.
Okay.
So it's just a matter of how
Maybe.
you spin it.
Cool. So I will step out to the party in private. I don't think we should let this man walk out of here. He's a murderer. You can see it in his eyes. He'll continue to prey on the people of these lands. And the beasts he deals with bring only suffering and insanity to the people around them. The trade he is into is very dangerous. Where I'm from, we would put down this type of person. You can see it in his eyes. Whatever light once was in him is long snuffed out. And I don't think you can turn this person around like the other fellow. We'll have to figure out what we'll do with some of the more vacuum power, but doesn't sound like it'd be the worst to replace this guy. At least next person can't be as dangerous as this man. You don't have to do anything. I just don't want to upset my new friends here. So if you will let me, I'll be the executioner on this one. I will bear this sin upon my shoulders.
Do whatever you feel you need to do. Garen will walk away. He'll actually
Okay,
go up
well.
into the crow's nest. If there's anybody in there, they will relieve them.
Okay.
Have you told him that you're going to kill him?
Not yet. I will
Well-
once I go back. If I go back in that room.
Well, I'll come with you then. A man, before he dies, should get to say something. Have people hear him.
Of course. Finn?
I suppose I'll come with. I suppose I'll
Alright.
come with as well.
Three of you stand in front of Lord Rashlin.
Well, Mr. Rushland, we have come to a decision. I'm sure that you might know where this is going, but I will spell it out for you. You have brought endless suffering, monsters all over the land, killed countless people, and the last light of goodness in you has long been snuffed on. In the name of the House Deidra, in the name of the Great Celestian, I condemn you to death. Do you have any last words you wish to speak before you meet your god?
The only two words that come out of his mouth are good luck.
Thank you. As I look at my blade and multiple faces, I remember every single face of every single head that I've chopped off when I took the duty of being the executioner while I was in the Shadowlands. And as they each go one by one, flashing through my face, one more gets added to it, and the blade goes slightly more heavy as I, with one swing, chop his head off.
We see that scene fade to black. Sometime later, you all convene again. And we'll say that this has taken the majority of the day. You've had a pretty good rest, and this storm has not let up. It is about 5 p.m. It's still raining. It's dark and stormy out. And the four of you are currently in the mess hall by yourselves. There is a sudden rattle as the door of the mess hall yanks open, and you see, scuttling inside is Dodge, the oldest of the orphans.
Oh, Dodge, what's happening?
Hey, there's something weird going on with Mr. Dory's warehouse. All of the employees were sent home early. I just thought you might want to know. We've been keeping an eye over there.
Oh, wait, thanks for telling us that. That's pretty disturbing.
Yeah, Mr. Dory has never done that before. As far as I know, warehouse work is supposed to be really consistent. It's supposed to be regular. People love to work as hard as they can there to make as much as they can. People were grumbling.
I think it's past time we paid that warehouse a visit.
Yeah, I think we don't have a lot of time left.
Well, if you wait like he looks outside. If you wait like an hour or two, maybe the storm will let up. It'll definitely start to get dark enough.
Yeah.
I'm all meant. I don't think we can let the next night.
Mhm.
It's tonight on. We may not get another shot.
I agree.
Dodge helps
And it'll be-
himself to any food that's on the table, and he's eating while he's talking to you.
We can get you a fresh.
Oh,
plate.
hey, Dodge. You haven't met Nuts.
Oh no.
I'll bring out the monkey. Dodge, this is Nuts. Look what I told him. Look what I told him. And I'll wink at Nuts, and just keep talking to Dodge. See if Nuts can pick his pocket.
Oh, natural 20. Okay.
Wow.
That is wild. Okay, so when they make eye contact for the first time, you see Dodge's eyes go wide with wonder. He is fascinated. He's like, "What kind of cat is this?" And like essentially like just extremely excited, trying to pay attention to you, Pole, especially because it's a polite thing to do. Fresh food in front of him. He's just stuffing his face. And then you see Nuts crawl back onto your shoulder and is holding what appears to be a flint knife. They're just sort of like waving it in the air.
Oh, is that yours?
Hey, that's mine. Give that back.
All right, Nuts. Give up, Nuts.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's flailing it around. Ooh, ooh.
Here, I'll trade you. I'll grab some food and give it to Nuts and take the knife away.
Yeah, this is a very satisfactory transaction for the flying monkey. And you see Dodge snatch it back. That's not very nice. It's private. My brother
He's
made
just
that for
practicing.
me.
No
Looks
hard
angry.
feelings.
Yeah, whatever.
Mhm.
Just reaches for another biscuit.
Yeah, you want some juice?
Kind of juice. He reaches for it anyway.
I don't know. It's some kind of fruit juice, I think.
We just like kind of
Apologies.
cut over towards like the kitchen area, and you just see like Malaya just sort of like eyeballing the group of you. And whenever Nuts is around, your cook is just absolutely not gonna have it.
Not free kitchen.
Yep.
Nuts is literally a chaos monkey in her mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to head back to the kids. It's starting to get late.
All right. Well, you be careful tonight. We are gonna head over there, and if things get crazy, and they might, you want to be on your guard.
Okay. I might send Squeaky out to keep Rick. Watch
Look out.
you. Look out. Yeah.
Mhm.
Then he slips
Yeah,
away.
good job. But distance. Keep a distance. Yeah.
Bye-bye. He keeps the door open. He doesn't close it behind him as he leaves.
All right. Next thing to train. Door closing.
Is
Mhm.
there anything that the group of you want to do before you start getting ready to make it to the warehouse?
Yes. I will retro cast water breathing on the party
Water breathing, okay.
in case we need.
Do we
to-
have anything? Do we have anything we could use as a signal to the sea lily? Things get hairy for us, and we need to rescue.
Hmm. I could throw down a moonbeam from the sky.
All right. So we gotta tell
Or
them
a
what it's
guiding
gonna look
bolt
like.
into the sky.
I'm pretty sure KB has the ability to make sending stones.
Oh,
Cool.
Mhm.
Oh, artificer, I think
that's
so.
even better.
Yeah, so KB will basically just give you one and keep the other.
All right. Thanks, KB.
And Garen's gonna get quiver of crossbow bolts for the magic crossbow he just got. That way he's got bolts in case they need to use the water breathing.
Okay.
I think Finn is gonna probably go back to his, knowing we're leaving soon, he's gonna go back to his room. Check up on Bims again, making sure that Bims has got food and everything's good. And I'm probably going to, and I'm gonna unequip it right now. I'm probably just gonna leave my Great Club behind.
Sounds
A
good.
little less weight. And kind of
Harris
put it
is
in a
the
special
woman.
little area because it's still sentimental to me. I still want to keep it.
Yeah.
So like put it in like a special little spot, and then before he leaves, because again he was really tired when he got back, so he just kind of clonked down and went to sleep and woke up. He's going to, since he has one last moment, he's gonna go grab his necklace that he has, open up the picture, see Abigail again, look at the Warhammer, and go, I think I know why this Warhammer's been giving me such good luck. I can feel your magic again. Gives it a kiss, and then locks it back up, puts it in his arm, and is ready to go.
I also had time to attune to the pipe right last night to the.
Yes. Your bubble
Mhm.
pipe.
Oh yeah.
The bubble pipe.
Bubble pipe. Okay.
Paul
Excellent.
is going to give everyone the big speech.
Yes.
We're going to be great. We're going in
Yeah.
there. We have the information. This is the perfect time. We have everything we need to take this guy down, find out what's been causing all the problems in this town, and deal with it. We're unstoppable. We got this.
That's a
And
great speech. I love it.
everyone's going to get some temp hit points.
Ooh.
So what am I
It's
again?
gonna be your charisma modifier plus your level.
Right. So 15 temp hit points.
That is
Hell
pretty
Nice.
beefy.
That was really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Refreshes what Garen has had because he never took damage from the last time he did this.
Okay, so
I throw a shadow. You see a shadow split off and hide in Finn's shadow, as I do a death word on Finn and myself.
Ah.
Hmm.
I love
Just
it.
because we're melees.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
Okay, so you've made your preparations. It is nightfall. The rain begins to let up. You approach the warehouse. This is, as a reminder, a 3-story building, and attached to the top floor is a plank that allows entry onto a platform. Sorry, there's a platform with a plank that allows entry onto this like half broken ship that is just hanging from a crane above a very big muddy pit. How do you want to approach this? As you're kind of scoping out the place, you can see that there's no one on the streets. There's no patrol, there's no guards, and it is dead quiet.
Well, do we wish to just knock down the ship? I can go cut off the crane.
No.
Mm.
I still think it would be a good idea to go in through the warehouse.
Okay. At the very
That
least,
door
there's
isn't
Manticore.
unlocked. I can unlock it easily.
There is a Manticore in there, and whatever the tentacle creature at the top.
True. But if we're careful, we can avoid both. If not, I'm sure we can handle them.
That Manticore was summoned. Means if he can be banished, he won't come back.
True as well.
Are Manticore summoned?
I thought that one was by what's his name?
Russian?
Wasn't
I
it supplied by
believe
Rasputin?
he procured it, but
Omenor procured, yeah.
Yeah, he
I think
didn't.
that's
How
what he meant.
Yeah, he didn't mention if he summoned it or not. It's possible.
Hmm.
What do we know about manticores?
Everyone roll me a nature check.
Because Garen's great at intelligence checks.
Okay, that's a 19 from Finn, 14 from Paul and Garen, 13 from Asra. Okay. So, Finn, you can tell me how you know this, but you know that manticores love human flesh. They are monstrous creatures. They are fierce killers. And they're usually only able to be controlled if they're guaranteed regular meat. Especially people meat.
Since I would know this as well, what do they look like?
Oh, great question.
'Cause I feel like what they look like might help with how I know about this.
A
Yeah.
man head on a lion body with wings.
Yeah, here you go. Hold on. Manticore. Aminals.
Oh.
There you go.
Wow. Oh God, no, no.
It's beautiful.
Oh,
No, I was
so
just
very
like,
beautiful.
I was reacting to giant enemy.
I'll just make it easier for you to see.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So I think what happened is, way back when Finn was in shelter and sort of was learning from different places and going about doing different research on different enemies. Obviously looking at different zombies and stuff, but he's like, if I end up having to go back out again, if I end up deciding to go back out again, I should know about more creatures. And then the more it became a reality that he asked, okay, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to give this one more shot. He started looking at different things, different creatures. And I think he saw a picture of this on one of the books. Or, different creatures, and he got like a picture. So he's like, ooh, this seems like something I should know about. It also looks kind of gnarly and cool. So he like started reading books. So he found out about all of this different stuff. So for the sake of not repeating everything, I will repeat everything Sella had said previous. And yeah.
Yeah. So these are essentially man flesh eaters. So they are
Yep.
terrible, terrible monstrosities.
They will enjoy eating us if we give it a chance.
It's nasty.
I don't think you can make friends with this pool. Please don't try it.
I don't want friends like that.
As you approach the front, Garen, you kind of do a really subtle like jiggle of the handle there, and you can tell that it is locked.
All right.
Simple enough.
Yep. Garen will get out his thieves' tools.
Okay. 14. There's a. God,
Sorry.
you're so funny. Okay. For context, because.
Oh no.
Is it okay if I say it?
It's your body. It's up to you.
Yeah.
I wrote in our group chat, I was like, gonna end the stream soon. My tummy's hurting. Everyone's like, oh, I hope you feel better. I'm like, gotta poop. And then someone goes, is that a bonus action? And I said, sometimes. And then another person said, sometimes it's a saving throw. Okay, so as you're making your way into the warehouse, you enter into this extremely dark building. You can see that if there were any windows, they have essentially been blocked out. You see that they have been painted from the inside so that you cannot see from outdoors. Can I get a perception check from everyone? 24 from Garen. 17 from Finn, 5 from Pole.
As we enter, can I cast in before we enter, cast enhance ability?
Yeah, sure.
And I'll be concentrating on this.
Okay. What do you want to do with that?
Uh, Advantage on the wisdom checks,
Okay.
ability
Sounds good.
checks. So perception.
Okay. Okay. So that's 28.
Oh, you just had to show Garen up, didn't you?
As you're looking around, you can see that the interior of this warehouse is piled high with crates, boxes, and packages. Most are bearing symbols that you have seen around the city that are essentially brands of different alchemical shops. Most of them have been stamped with fragile and handle with care. You see that there is a closed door that leads to a walled-in area towards the northwest. There's a mechanical lift that stands on the south wall to the east. And you see that there are 2 iron spiral staircases that rise from the far corners of the room. This is a crane or a lift, and then there are 2 stairs that go up. As you're looking up, you can see that there is a catwalk. And so you can partially see up into the second floor from where you are. I'll say with that 28 from Astra and the 24 from Garen, you can hear shuffling above you. The floor that you're on seems to be dead quiet.
I point up at the sky, and then motion the fingers walking, and point up. What's on this left side? Is there a door here?
Yeah, there's a door,
Yeah.
and there seems to be maybe an office or something.
I point at it and point at Garen.
Garen nods and quietly heads over. He's gonna check it for traps.
Okay. Perception. 22. It is not trapped, but it is locked.
Right, then he'll unlock it.
Okay. At this point, Godfather has thieves' tools on a hotkey. 28. With a quick flick of the wrist. You open the door, and it's quite clearly an office of some kind.
He's gonna check the cabinet and the desk, see if there's anything in there, and motion the party in.
Yeah. As you all file in, you can see that there are filing cabinets, there's a work desk, a large table, and there are 2 sets of rickety bunks. There don't appear to be any people in the bunks.
Flip the beds, see if there's anything under them.
I'm
Okay.
looking at this. I'm looking
We're
at
just
this.
Perception.
we're tossing the place. We're looking for anything.
Okay, what I'm gonna need is stealth checks from everyone.
Alright.
It's a 15 from Finn. That's a 24 from Garen. That's an 18 from Pole. That is a natural 1, a 6 from Astra. Astra, what loud noise do you make?
As I'm looking at this cabinet,
Hmm.
I kick the crap out of this horse while I'm full plate, and my full plate just resounds through the room and the rest of the warehouse with the open door.
Bong! There is suddenly silence,
Wow.
an immense stillness that you can feel all the way to your core. Then, suddenly, you hear footsteps as Astra reaches over and just closes the door, you hear something heavy, something bulky moving above you. You hear a dust comes from between the floorboards, settling over your hair and your clothes. As I need each and every one of you select your tokens and roll for initiative.
Wow.
That's a
Garen
25.
wants to go.
Wow, I love it. A 6 from Pole, an 11 from Finn. A 9 from Astra. I am going to roll 1 and 2. Okay. Things begin to move. Garen, you are first on the turn order here. You get the sense that whatever secrecy you had is out the door. It is gone. Something is coming for you.
All right. Astra already closed the door, otherwise Garen would bolt into the crates and hide, but
I would say that because the door is not locked, it will just be a free action to like go through it.
okay. All right, then yeah, Garen will kind of get over here into these crates, trying to capitalize on, you know, his good stealth roll to stay hidden and get a good vantage.
Okay, so Garen, as you come out into the warehouse and you're peeking, you see coming down, sliding from that big hole in the ceiling, is exactly one of those creatures that Finn had mentioned to you. A manticore. Puffing as this strangely humanoid-like face turns golden eyes over the darkness. You see these many barbed teeth clattering together, this sort of viscous drool dripping from between its gaping maw as it slowly slithers in the darkness, huffing, trying to scent you. And that is where we're going to end our session for today. Oh my gosh. All right. We're going to do our outros. Zombie, you go first.
Okay, fine. Hello, I am Jacob. I'm Zombie. I am Z. I'm going to call me. I'm the lore keeper and Captain Z of the Good Ship Clip. I probably do too many clips, so that's up to your own discretion. Favorite moment from today probably was I think finally a little bit of a good knowledge roll for me. You know, for not only the lore on this, and then I've kind of liked the fact that like I went through one fight finally where it felt like I was actually powerful with the Warhammer.
Yes.
I think that was really really fun as well. So it was kind of a cool episode for me. Yeah. So if you enjoy what I do, you can find me on Blue Sky or on Twitter at ZombieFighter89. If you go there, there's a notification there. On that notification, there is a Google Doc sheet where I do all kinds of work. Currently, right now, I'm doing promo videos for all of the shows that I'm a part of. So I'm part of this show here. And if you have enjoyed my role playing as well, I appreciate you. You can see me on Tuesdays as Leon Breeze, and I'm a wrestler extraordinaire on there for the Humblewood campaign. Yeah, and then you can find me most Wednesday, 1 week from tonight, or you would find me most 1 week from tonight as Alexander Thum. And I'm a little wizard boy there in Strixhaven, but I'm forbidden to join that particular thing. But yeah, so for this particular week, due to a medical thing I gotta do this coming Wednesday. But anyway, as always, as I like to promote, go watch Stella stuff. Recently they did an untying corruption thing, and I took the time earlier on to go get my book. I got the book. It's really really cool. It's such a cool thing. They do all kinds of cool shows on here. Besides our Patreon shows, there's the Undying Corruption, there is the Our Lives After. There's all kinds of stuff here. So make sure you're please following here on Twitch. Make sure you're subscribing on YouTube. Those are all free ways to support this channel and this community and great things. And if you can afford so, please, if you can, only if you can afford it, support in any other ways with fate cards and other kinds of means. Sells really awesome and deserves all the support everyone can give her.
Thank you so much. That's so sweet. I really appreciate it. I'll be dropping everyone's links in chat, so please be sure to follow all these lovely people as they're doing your outros. Next, we'll head over to John. Who are you? Where we can find you? What was your favorite moment?
Hey, I'm John, aka Andicarus, and I play Pole, of course. This was probably my favorite moment today. Was actually the execution. It was fucking intense, and yeah, Azra has a deep dark side that was on full display right there. But I like the way that he was, thinking about it. That he had the weight of every past execution he had to do, and that he was feeling that weight. I fear for him that weight might someday pull him down.
Yeah, it was so cool to kind of see like all the different kinds of killers that there are, right? Because Asra's technically a killer by being an executioner, but like actually cares, right? Whereas like Ashlyn very clearly did not give a fuck. So like that kind of like parallel was really fascinating. Thank you very much. Also, please check out this itch. It's so cool. There's so many things on it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll be having some of those games here very shortly.
Yeah.
We'll head on over to Garen.
excited.
Sorry, GodfatherWraith.
Hi. So, yeah, I'm GodfatherWraith. I really don't have any social media presence, so you pretty much just find me here in Stella's chat, in the Discord, meowing every now and again, and a few other members of the community when they stream. As far as my favorite moment, to be honest with you, for me, I loved when Garen looked into Raslin's eyes, because we've hinted at it a couple of times. This is the first time Garen has actually confronted him, looked at him, and it's like he was looking into a mirror. And then he also saw the reaction of his friends to this guy, Paul, and Astra especially. He's like, what makes me different than him? And he's struggling right now with that.
Yeah, so much that he had to leave the room. Like we've known Garen to be like a pretty stoic, pretty like resolute person. Like he's been through a lot of shit, and he's kind of just, yeah.
He does not care about death. He gives zero fucks about death. And he couldn't be there. He couldn't be involved in it anymore.
Oh. Okay. Not me sharpening some knives for next time. Don't worry about it.
I thought you had planned that. I thought you would notice that when you had your reaction when I said Garen leaves.
Oh, I
saw
knew.
your face.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I know. There's some stuff
like,
cooking.
I believe that the difference is that Garen has good friends.
That's true.
This guy has none.
He has literally zero friends.
Yeah.
He has a big ass house. Yeah,
And
he had to catch his own friends.
Yeah.
And they're not even people. They're just things from another place.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you very much. We'll head on over to Igneal.
Hi everybody, my name is Emil Blazehard. You can find me on Blue Sky, Emil Blazehard. I think my favorite part was the interrogation. And like everybody was trying to get more out of this person. And the more we got out of this person, the more everybody kind of realized that this guy's kind of just a piece of shit. and it's just one by one, each party member is just like, yeah, I'm done with this guy. Yeah, I'm done with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came to Astra being the last person in the room, and it's like, yeah, I cannot let this monster walk and prey on almost people of this land.
Yeah.
So he had to take on the burden of ridding this world of him.
I'll be honest, I knew that going into this that Ashland's options were going to be very limited. And I knew what kind of person he was going into it, and I wasn't sure if y'all would let him go. But I was like, I'm not going to make this easy. I think this is going to be something that kind of comes up again. Conversation that we'll have as a group of like, where is the line? Like, what is the last straw? What territory, like, will you not tolerate as a group of people who are being trusted with, like, the safety of people, and then also, like, you're heroes, or at least you're trying to be something like a hero. This is a place that clearly needs them. Like, to what end will you go to be a hero? Those are all, like, really fascinating things.
I think it spoke volumes that both Cole and Garen just walked away. I don't think we've ever had a situation where people have walked away from anything.
And also not one. Oh yeah, you're muted.
I was gonna say, and not only that, it's the two friends who couldn't be more different. Cole, who is full of empathy and compassion, and Garen, who is the cold-blooded killer, both walked away from this guy.
Yeah, that was like okay.
I was shocked. Not one person was like, maybe we should not kill this man. They're like, yeah, dude, do what you gotta do. You know me.
Yeah, and
Paul was walking away because he couldn't see a way out of it for this guy, and he didn't want to watch.
Yeah.
But then he came back and did watch because he felt like he had a responsibility.
Yeah, that was
I'm
really
gonna let this happen. I have to be there for this.
You saw a great amount of respect in the eyes of Astra from that.
Me too. I was like, oh, Paul is like such a baby too. Like, Paul's the youngest out of all of you.
Yeah.
And, like, he made the choice of like, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna witness this. People need to hear the last words, right? Especially because, like, giving agency, like, there was no way for him to get out for Rashlin. I mean, like, still giving him the option of his last words, right? Last that is gonna be the memory of him. That's so fucking cool. Oh my god, this is such a cool game. I love this game so much. All right, that's it. We're done. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Really appreciate it. We'll be back on the 4th. Yep, that's June 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful rest of your night. We'll see you later. Bye!
Bye.
Good night.